The coronavirus never fails to give us news, and most of the time it isn't so pleasant. At the time of this video, we are nearing 2 million cases worldwide, over 100,000 people have died, and the US has more than 500,000 cases. By now, you're probably sick of hearing all these numbers every single day because every day it's getting worse and worse. But behind all this negativity, we did hear some good news recently. Dr. Fauci, who is the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, has been the person most Americans have been looking to for answers during this outbreak. And he never really had that much good to say regarding the coronavirus. That is, up until now. Recently, he said that the new cases of COVID-19 appear to be reaching their peak and the rate of hospitalizations are slowing down. So basically, he thinks we're seeing the beginning of a turnaround. Now, this is great news because it means we can finally start to see light at the end of this long tunnel. But according to Fauci, this turnaround comes with a price. Deaths generally lag behind other aspects of the outbreak, such as new cases and hospitalizations. So that means the death rate is at an all-time high right now. Fauci even went on to say this turnaround he's expecting is going to come after a bad week of deaths. And let's hope that's the case since we are seeing spikes in deaths throughout the US. Now, that doesn't mean that after this week we can start celebrating. We were in the steep part of the curve for a while, and while us nearing the end of our peak is great, we still have a long way to go before things go back to normal. Fauci went on to say that now is not the time to pull back at all. If anything, it's the time to intensify. That means social distancing and lockdowns are still a thing for a while. But with this good news, we also got some news that wasn't so good. We're still not so sure what happens when people who get the virus actually recover from it. Are they immune or can they get reinfected? Since this virus is so new, it's hard to tell. But we have been hearing some scary news all across Asia. Patients in China, Japan, and South Korea who were diagnosed with COVID and recovered have been readmitted to their hospitals and are testing positive for the virus again. Normally, you would expect people to become immune to something after recovering, kind of like how a vaccine works. But researchers actually started looking at the antibodies of people who were infected and recovered and found something intriguing. They found that 30% of the people who recovered from the virus did not have enough antibodies to prevent a reinfection, meaning they could get sick again. And this led to a big debate that's still going on right now as to how the coronavirus actually works. Some people think that the coronavirus never actually goes away. Instead, it sort of hides in your body, waiting to reinfect you again. And if you're thinking that's not possible, there are some viruses that already do this, HIV and herpes to name a couple. But don't freak out yet. Most experts don't think that's the case with the coronavirus, and there are some legit arguments against this. The main one is our tests weren't accurate in the first place, meaning those positive reinfections of the coronavirus weren't actually real. The testing was just flawed. And this is pretty realistic, as the tests can't be perfect. They're only 3 months old. But why wouldn't the tests be accurate? Well, it could be a variety of reasons. For one, the labs they send them to can always make an error. Or there could be too little viral material collected from the patient in the first place. Or they could just be stored improperly. The CDC even admitted that some of their testing kits that they gave out had inconsistent results. This makes things hard, as this combined with us having a shortage of medical supplies makes it really hard to know how many people are actually infected in the first place, which also makes it hard to know when our lockdowns and our social distancing will all end. Honestly, we just don't know how the virus will pan out. And until we get a vaccine, which is still looking like it's over a year away, we won't be able to completely control it. There is still a lot of research going on, and a lot of smart people around the world are working on it. We just have to be patient. How do you think the coronavirus will pan out? Let us know in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our new tips every week.